about getting organized and energized, I'd like to introduce Kristin MacRae. She's helping us finish the discussion about getting all of our paper clutter in order.
How are you, Kristin? How are you?
Good. So good to see you.
You too.
All right, so we've been talking for the past couple weeks about getting all of the paper clutter that we have back in order. We're getting things back in line.
Right.
And so last week we finished up the discussion. We still had all of those gift certificates. We had the coupons. We still had all that stuff that was just kind of mumbled around. So let's finish up talking how we can get that stuff back in line.
Sure. So gift cards and coupons, real simple fix. The simpler the system, the easier it's going to be maintained. So don't think you need to create this elaborate system. Something as easy as I brought this. You can get.
I love these.
I bought this at Target for $1.
Like
Even better in their little dollar section. So all it is a file. You can put little labels on. They come with the labels already. And for coupons, you can, the old school coupon organizers. Everybody had them back in the day. And I mean, nobody says you can't use them now. And I find in so many people's houses the Bed Bath & Beyond coupons because they never expire. So something like that, tuck them away in here so they're not all over the house.
Okay.
So something as easy as that. And then you can use this for gift cards also. So I have many families that I work with that I'm working with, they have tons of gift cards with the kids and themselves, and they're scattered all over the house. I mean, I found $1,000 worth of gift cards in one person's house.
What?
Yes, scattered all over the house. So when you don't have a system to contain these things, they end up getting tossed in a drawer, in the bedroom, in the closet. There's no system to contain them, so they end up all over. So something like this, you could categorize it out by restaurants, stores, clothing stores, wherever you get your cards to, and then categorize them out. So when you're going somewhere, you can go to this piece and grab what you need and then go about your day. Again, it's all about efficiency. And then you store this in one drawer in the home where everybody knows where it is, where everybody can locate it.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much it. So
you think keep the coupons and the gift cards?
I would keep them separate.
Keep them separate.
Yeah,
so
but
maybe have one for each.
Yeah, they're so inexpensive, $1 each. I mean, you can't go wrong. Get one for anything you need to organize, anything little like this. You know what this is great for also? Banking information. So you write your slips out before you go to the bank.
Yeah.
Maybe you keep your savings books at home. Maybe people still working with paper in their home with banking.
I have checkbooks in so many different places,
and I find that
and I never know where they are when I need them because I don't write checks very often.
Right. So
and then I never know where they are.
So this piece again is multi-purpose. You can use it for this too. Get one for your. I have one, and what I do is I label out savings deposit slips, checking deposit slips. So when I need to do banking or I need to write out a check, I grab this, and this does everything. And I do it for my business too. I keep this contained for businesses too. So it's perfect. So it'll hold everything you need. So it's not. So think about any paper random stuff like that you have tossed around the house. Contain it in one of these. Again, $1 at Target. You can't go wrong.
So then where do you keep all these? Do you have like a section? Because we have binders now. We have these folders now.
Yep.
Do you just suggest like one section, one box, put in the next to the file cabinet? Because now I can imagine if maybe we're not so organized, we have these all over the house, and then we end up looking for all these.
Yeah, so what I do is my home office, you have a filing cabinet, and just put this in one of the hanging files and label it.
Okay.
So now you have your filing cabinet with everything, and that's in it. Or whatever you want to put it in a drawer that you go to all the time in the bedroom. You know how you function and how you grab things, so think about where you're going to go to grab this.
Okay.
And then place it there.
Okay, because I can just imagine, I'm looking for all those coupons, where's the book?
Yeah, so agree on a spot with everybody where you're going to go for it, and then that's where you want to hang on to it. And again, efficiency. Think about how long it takes you to find these things now, how much stress you have because of it, how much energy you're wasting, and then how it's going to benefit you by getting organized with that.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that in order, and you just mentioned the filing trays.
We want filing
to talk
trays,
about the
yes.
flat filing trays.
Yeah,
right.
It's just those horizontal. If you have one of those horizontal, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Those flat trays where things are just you're using the paper.
You're just tossing it.
The paper's a paperweight for that tray basically because you just keep tossing. There's nowhere to put the paper. You don't have a system for it, so it gets thrown in this tray. Now, I know there's people at home going, I know everything that's in my piles. I can tell you exactly what's in them. I can tell you, you don't. Because I have so many clients that say it, and as we start going through that pile, they say, oh my God, I forgot this was in there. I was looking for this last week. This was my passport. It was the papers to get my passport or whatever. And people go nuts looking for this stuff, not realizing it's in that pile where they think they know everything is. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you take what's in that pile, categorize it all out, throw out what you can throw out, and then create a system, a filing system for what's in that tray. So now going forward, I usually take that tray right off of everybody's desk. I'm like, you don't need this anymore because it's just going to be a breeding ground for paper.
Yeah.
But so now that those systems are in place, it's easy to just something comes in and it either gets filed, goes on your to-do list or whatever, but at least there's a system for it now. It doesn't get stuck in that pile. So homework project for this weekend. I give people, I think I'm giving everybody homework every week.
You're like, it's going to be nice this weekend though.
Go through that pile in that tray, see what's in it. Categorize things out, create a filing system for it so you're not wasting time during the summer looking for this stuff going nuts.
So when we were doing the closet or when we were doing the bedroom, you said do 3 hours. You said set aside a 3-hour chunk. When we're going through our paper, what's a good time to set aside for something like this? Do you say like maybe a 1-hour chunk and then done because you don't need that much, or maybe a 2? Like, what's a good time?
It depends, because if you're going through your home office, if you want to, I tackled the home office with the woman on Saturday. We did her whole office in 3 hours, from paper to items to everything. 3 hours we were done.
You're done.
And that was it. I gave her a good system, set everything up. But if you don't want to do that, if you just want to go through that paper in the tray, just take an hour or half an hour to go through that and then move on to something else.
Okay.
It's totally a preference depending on how much time you have. Again, when I work with my clients, it's 3 hours just because, but we could do a whole office in 3 hours. Yeah. So it's like if you put your mind to it, stay on task, don't get distracted, then you can tackle that project and be done with it.
And really just same idea of don't look at your phone, don't. That same idea.
Yeah, stay on task.
All right, so let's move on to what we were going to originally talk about is ways to contain those time-sensitive papers. So that's what's really important.
Yes.
You have the bills, you have all those times that you have the documents that you really need to get on track. So really those time-sensitive papers. And you have a system that you say is fail-proof.
It is. It's fail-proof. And these are the papers that get stuck to the fridge, stuck to the kitchen table, stuck to the dining room, stuff that's important that you don't want it to file away, but you need to handle it and remember that it's there. So if you go to my website, too, I have a video explaining this. So I created the system when I was 15, believe it or not. There's nothing out there on the market like this, so I created it because I needed it, and I needed it for my clients. So what it is it's a calendar that sits on your desk.
Oh, this is cute.
Yeah, I make them by hand, believe it or not.
I would 100% believe that, Kristin.
So what it is every week has a pocket. So every week has a pocket. So what happens now is you have a slip for blood work.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
So you have a slip for, this was my sample when I first did it, so it's kind of messy, but so you have that blood work slip you need to get done in 3 months. Where does it get stuck? On the fridge or in a drawer. So what you do is in 3 months, you go to the week, put it in that pocket. So now in 3 months when you go to that day, everything you need to do is going to be in that pocket. So look, think about appointment cards that get stuck to the fridge.
I love this!
Thank you. Appointment cards, invitations.
I just spit on your couch.
Oh, that's right. That's fine.
It's in August. You won't remember.
Yeah, that's right. So anything that you need to remember to do, you're going to put in this pocket for the week that you want to tackle it. So say you have a bill, but you don't want to pay it the week it's due. You want to pay it 2 weeks before. Put it in 2 weeks before to remind you. You have a birthday party to go to. You don't want to put it in that week, but you want to buy the gift 2 weeks ahead. Put it in 2 weeks ahead so you remember to buy the gift.
So
event tickets. How many of you have like PPAC tickets all over the house?
Yeah.
Put it in the folder of when the week it's due. You can go on and on with things that you need. You want to clear that mental clutter.
So smart.
I designed it because I knew there was a need for it. I used it myself, and I said I need to know how to create this. So I created it myself. The only thing I have done is I have these printed, but I tape every folder on, I bind it, I punch it. I'm already working on 2018, so they're all sold out for 2017, obviously, but I'm making 75 for 2018, and I'm already halfway done making them because I don't want to spend the summer in the house making them.
So if people see this and want in 2017,
they can't get it.
What if we want it? What if I want one of these?
So I'm not making them. I'm already got my 2018s printed. So if you go on my website, if you want more information, you can see it on. I have a video in more detail how it works, and you can already order them for 2018. I'm only making 75, so people that wanted them last year that couldn't get them are already ordering the 2018.
Okay.
But this is going to solve all your paper problems, all your papers that are stuck to the fridge. All right, so you have a reward card that you want to use.
Yeah.
So many people let them expire. So what I do is I have one, and I'll keep pushing it to the next week, paper clipping it to the front, so that reminds me that I have to get to the store. I want to use that reward card. Anything that any of that mental clutter, that paper that you want to get out of your everyday space. So this just stays on your desk. Your pocket, now this will get full, granted, because you're going to have a year's worth of stuff as you're adding, but this will lay flat because, and then what you do is you're going to make a to-do list. Okay. So when you're the week before this week comes, you're going to pull everything out of that pocket. Now you're going to make a to-do list for Sunday through Saturday. You'll have a sheet of paper, and I give you 100 to-do lists to get started on this paper. And you're going to look at where you have to be that week, what you have to do. That's where you're going to make your to-do list from. You're going to make it from all those pieces of paper. You're going to say, well, I need to be in Cranston for blood work.
Okay.
And I also need to be Cranston to go to the pet store. So you'll see that on Tuesday you're going to be in Cranston, so you're not running all over the state. So it's going to keep you on track. And then you just clip your paper to the daily to-do list, and you'll have that paper with you when you go.
I absolutely love this.
Thank you.
And
I've got a great
said,
response from it. So.
And what you said too makes sense. So to follow through with this, besides just shoving stuff in here, is that you have to sit down and go through and make sure you're looking at things. So that's what you said, to follow through with it. Sit down at the beginning of every week and go through and make sure you're making that list and check and see everything that's going on.
Since I was 15, I've never missed a bill, I've never missed an event, I've never missed an appointment, because everything's been in my calendar, contained in the week that it has to be done. I have no paper lying on the fridge, no paper lying in drawers, on cabinets. Everything is there, and I don't have to remember. You know what I do with the dog? Her Advantix.
Yeah.
I'll put the piece of paper for Advantix in there, so I don't have to remember when she needs her Advantix or when I need to water plants. I have a little tab that says water plants, and I keep moving it to the week I need to. So I don't have any mental clutter. We have more important things to keep up here.
Yeah.
Anything you can get out of your head and into this is great.
Do you have a digital backup?
No.
Just curious.
No, I don't use a digital calendar.
You don't?
It's too much work. I want paper. I want to be done with it, and I'm a paper girl still, so.
This is really cute.
Yeah, thank you.
I like this a lot.
Thank you.
So you're looking at 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this, if we can't order one of these anymore, can you do this? Can you just slip it on, make one yourself?
Of course, you can use portable files. I've had clients try to make it themselves, and it hasn't worked well, but.
It's not as cute either.
Yeah, and everyone's different because they're all, but yeah, so if you can't do it that way, try and get a calendar where you can incorporate that, or make it your own. You know how you're functioning with your paper, get it into a calendar like that just to contain it. Even if you don't get that one, it's just, it gets you thinking about how you're going to function with your paper going forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like you said, you can put the appointment cards in there. Do you write on the calendar as well?
Yep, I do. So this is my second calendar. I have a calendar for work with all my appointments in it. This is strictly home, sits on the desk, holds everything for my home, bills, things like that, and I just leave it on the desk.
Okay. So
I have my own calendar for
You keep
work.
your work and your personal separate.
Yes.
So do you find that when clients mix the two, it gets a little hairy?
It's a preference. It depends what you do for work.
Okay.
Everybody's job is different, so I have each individual system I develop for my clients is different because everybody functions differently, and everybody has different things that are going on for work. Some calendars work well for some people, where others don't work well. So you have to talk to them a little bit about how they're functioning and find the right system for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that, I can see you have all these work papers piling up, and then you're doing something like that.
Yeah. So
and then you have the home papers piling up as well.
Yeah.
Getting them mixed up can be.
Yeah, it's a preference. So whatever you want to do, there's no right or there's no wrong way. So it's just if you can function with it.
Okay.
So
what are we going to be talking about next week? I feel like we've wrapped up.
We've wrapped up paper.
Paper. I'm done with paper.
Yeah, we're done with paper.
I just need to get my own paper under control.
We can talk about kids.
Perfect.
Kids' bedrooms. Summer's coming, and you might be able to tackle this project right before the summer comes, so you're not stuck in the house. But it'll be like a 3-hour project, and be done with it on a rainy day in the spring. So we can talk about kids.
I think that'd be good. So I was talking to a couple people, and they're saying just with this warm weather, they want to wear shorts.
Yeah.
And so the parents are like, I don't know where the kids' clothes are.
And do they fit?
And do they, exactly, 100%. I don't know if they're going to fit anymore. And so it's just been this ongoing process of now what. So I think that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
To take on for next time.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Good.
All right, so Kristin MacRae, organizing in Rhode Island. You can find her website, and she also writes for us every week.
Yes.
So you're here all the time.
I'm here all the time.
We love you on Go Local.
Thank you very much.
Looking
I love
forward
being
to
here.
it. All right,
so
thank you so much, Kristin.
I'll see you next week.
Love that, and obviously going to buy one of those calendars.